Days of the week. How to dress yourself according to the days of the week. Let's start simply before we blow your mind. Let's build a foundation. I know you might not believe in astrology, but why would society use the planets to honor particular days of the week, and why are those planets specifically used? Do you ever wonder if there's more to your clothes? Not the threads themselves, I would say. Who cares about that? That's actually pretty banal and ironic that people care so much sometimes, though they do say that certain frequencies can be felt better with certain types of fabric, can be more conducive. But think about it. Do you ever wonder if there's more to your clothes than just what looks good? What if you could hone in on a particular color or pattern to subconsciously influence others in your life, and to also center your own energy and balance the vibe in every room you enter? For just $19.99 a day, I can teach you how to... I'm just kidding. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's check it out.
Well, according to the work week in the Western civilization, we start off with Monday, or Moon Day. That's right. The first day of your work week is ruled by the moon. What are the colors associated with the moon? White, silver, soft blues. Use, or is recommended to use, orange to balance. So if you're feeling too moony, maybe, and coincidentally, how the moon is associated with the sacral chakra, it's interesting that the color orange will be used to kind of balance that, but too much orange, no. And then we have Tuesdays ruled by Mars. The colors associated with Mars are red, orange, and mustards and yellows, almost a bronze, if you will. But using different shades of yellow and green are recommended to balance out any extreme Mars qualities you're feeling, that in particular. Moving on to Wednesday, ruled by Mercury. The colors associated are green and yellows. And if you find yourself a little too wound up, because Wednesday being ruled by Mercury is all about, you might feel a little stressed. We'll get to that in a little bit. But if you're feeling a little wound up or stressed out, over communicated, a little chatty, maybe use a purple or red to balance the Mercury. And Thursday, ruled by Jupiter, we have shades of brown, yellow, dark blue, and white. Use gold to balance when feeling drained by, because Jupiter it's the biggest planet, it holds a lot of weight to it and color, and that's why you have a variety. But keep in mind also, a lighter blue can also balance it. The lighter blue is found in the storms on Jupiter. Moving on to the last days of your week, Friday is ruled by Venus. The colors are pink, light blue, white. Use greens to balance the pink bubbles. I'm feeling, what's that champagne song? Tiny bubbles, yeah. That's a very Venus kind of day. Saturday, or Saturn Day, if you will, and that is predominantly best to wear different types of pigment, black, charcoal, dark blues, and along with different shades of indigo and purple can be beneficial. If you get a little drowned out on those, use yellow and orange to balance. And Use a little yellow and orange to balance the black and blue. Sunday, we have shades of red, orange, gold, mustard. Use blues and bright green to balance yourself on a Sunday. When it comes to the energy and how you dress, I always consider what day it is. And should I wear the color that represents the planet, or do I need to balance it with its opposite color? That improves the decision making in your life when you feel that what you're cloaked in is literally harmonizing with what you need. And some days, like on a Tuesday, I was born on a Tuesday, and Tuesdays were notoriously bad days for me. And sometimes if I'm feeling a little out of it, I might wear red, like Mars, and invoke it. Or if I'm feeling a little too wound up, I might wear something that's more Venusian, seeing as Mars and Venus are the opposites of each other. But the bigger picture is that our ideas of the process of the week is off-center. Monday is not the first day of the week. And as we know about cycles, if you listen to some of my previous video, you want to be able to calculate the process and its system accurately. Acknowledging the macro part of this system is important to managing the micro. We could look at the concept like this, that every time you wake up each day, we all agree to this day according to the calendar of our timeline that we're living in this present. That day is ruled and influenced by the planet ruler. So you have to think and look from the perspective that you are realizing you are projecting and reflecting these qualities of that ruling planet. I look at it like the other people around me, they don't know that it's Tuesday. Well, maybe if I'm, if someone's in a irascible mood, I might, consider where I'm coming from. Like, how am I feeling? Am I feeling too confident or underconfident, And then I go from there, because I know that my consciousness is also projecting around me, and that it's picking up on the other things. And a lot of times if someone is, say, in a bad mood, if you're wearing a complementary color, like if it's a Tuesday and someone is in a bad mood and you wear a Venusian color to balance it out, that's why you have to feel it out for yourself. And sometimes you gotta even, I'll bring both shirts, just put them in your bag, take it with you. You never know. It's kind of like being a superhero. You never know how you gotta balance the shit out. Hold on, let me just rip this shirt off. But these are the things that you have to think about. But what is this larger cycle, you ask?
Part 2. The truth is, this cycle is used to keep us in the merry-go-round, or matrix, if you will. These qualities are reflected in the variations of our personalities. The personality is the result of a consciously unconscious soul, or a deadborn. That's what we really are. We are asleep to the soul connection from our higher creator. In a sense, we're being used energetically through our emotions to be siphoned like a fuel for something far bigger and cosmic than we can really perceive. Kind of like the Matrix. We are, in a sense, a battery or a cog in a greater wheel, which is scary to think about. But we have to face it. I mean, we have all these things around us. It's like the writing is on the wall. These clues, these omens, it all is reflective of our consciousness, our universal self, trying to cry out to us. And this is why we look to our relationship with these planetary and heavenly bodies for guidance. So what is the correct order of our week? Da-da-da! Let us find our center and begin again. Forget about the fact that our calendars are probably completely way off and wrong from the Gregorian to from the Julian to the Gregorian or something, right? I did a video of it before, so I'll have to even check back myself. These are all living notes in your eyes and in your ears and at your fingertips. So let us check out what the true order of the week is, and this will give us a better perspective of what I will cover in the future, which is why this cycle is used and how to kind of if we can make a glitch in our own matrix. Think about the power to kind of override the system. Right? But I don't want to say too much because then we'll get in trouble. Okay, so what is the proper order of the days of the week, you ask?
Part 3. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. The sun is a balance of male and female. It's a perfect universal access point. It is confident like the masculine and creative like the feminine, giving birth to the rest of the week. Some, like the nutty Professor Terrence Howard, which was a very interesting perspective to hear, of the sun giving birth to the other planets. Who knows? I'm not her or him or it. And let's see. I wrote something very tiny here. Hold on. Oh yes, Sundays are great for planning or taking the first steps and starting new beginnings. Plotting out your week ahead. And that is nothing too crazy. I mean, there are some beliefs that Friday is the great day of rest, which would mean that perhaps the great feminine of Venus, but we're not there yet. So we have Sunday, which is, we should think of that as when we get there, we'll consider how Saturday is the end of the week, but we begin the week with Sunday, ruled by the sun. So let's reflect back on qualities of the sun, and then we move on to the rest of the week, followed then by the moon, used for intuitive and transformative work. Then we have Tuesday with Mars. You'll need to stand guard or stay grounded and ready to take action on Tuesdays. Then Mercury, by way of Wednesday, is seen with the need to communicate and express ourselves, find the flow, talk to your muses, and be open to listening, communication. God speaks the loudest silence, you could say, from a religious perspective. I am a minister after all. And this is how we pray. We dive into ourselves. So then Thursday brings Jupiter vibes, perfect for manifesting your magic and celebrating with friends and or family. And Jupiter's the daddy. And then we have Venus. Venus rules Friday. And Venus is the divine feminine incarnate, and is the time that we embody the reward from Sunday, you could say. The relaxation and even the celebration. And this is more of a romantic than rage that you'd find on a Tuesday for taking action. Saturn rules Saturn Day, and asks you to get back to self-discipline. We had a bunch of fun on Friday, and it's time to focus our time and our karma and get yourself ready to prepare. So really it's like you have 2 days of different types of preparation. you kind of have Saturday is kind of really more a day of rest in a certain way, but it's more of like a training, a sharpening of the tool. And that's interesting because if you look at it from this perspective, that means that Saturday, the last day of the week, it really isn't about not totally being lethargic, you could say. It's about not being afraid to take initiative, but you're kind of honing your skills. But then you would use Sunday to make your battle plans. Okay, my skills are ready, my mind is sharp again, I'm focused. Now it's time to take action and get back to it in the week. And do I want to save it for another video? I feel like I might save the explanation to this. Why are we in this matrix? How do these different days of the week push us forward? Perhaps what I've already said will give you some clues, but I'll check back with you soon. Until then, this is Mythyw Myth, signing off.